Today I'm going to be showing you a really easy way to unlock the Good Enough Dark Ops challenge in Call of Duty Zombies, because although it sounds really difficult as you need to get to round 20 without using any augments, perks, ammo mods or even field upgrades, it's actually super simple because you're still allowed to pack a punch and upgrade the rarity of your guns. So let me show you how you can do this for yourselves. Now for those of you like me that have played zombies quite a bit and of course researched a load of augments, go and make sure that you turn everything off. Even if you do not pick up the perks in your game, just by having augments active on your character or like in your lobbies can disrupt the progress with this calling card. So just clear everything off of your augments, just remove them. So go into each and every item, all the perks, all the ammo mods, and of course the field upgrades, and just take every single augment off. But then realistically you can choose any gun that you want. Again, here just be incredibly careful, because whatever gun you want to be choosing, you need to make sure you're using the basic version. So for example, if you're using the Model L, make sure that you create a new build and use the basic Model L and not the Warrior's Blood. If you choose the Warrior's Blood, that again might affect you obtaining this challenge, because blueprints also seem to be bugging out the progress with this calling card. You can, however, put attachments on, but again, just make sure you're putting attachments on the basic version of your gun. And now that you've stripped yourself of all those cool things that you've unlocked in your game, you can now choose whatever map you want and get this started. Me and my friend Luke, who you're going to see in the gameplay, did in fact both do this together, and we did it on Liberty Falls, but you can do this on Terminus if you want to. And you're going to be seeing throughout the gameplay in the background, we're just naturally progressing through the game. As I mentioned in the intro, you can indeed pack a punch your weapon and increase the rarity of the weapon. You just cannot add any ammo mods, and you cannot buy any perks in the game, and you cannot use your field upgrades either. If you wanted to go for extra style points, you can just use the knife, because that can be quite OP and can obviously one-shot most things. But even me using the XMG, which was not viable by any stretch of the imagination, especially as I couldn't use speed cola, we managed to just fly through the early rounds. Just make sure that you're shooting all of the enemies in the head to not only deal as much damage as possible, but get as many points as possible, and just work your way through the game. Another thing that I want to mention as well, and is something that can help you out, is you can also activate other side Easter eggs in the game. So for instance, if you get past round 10 and want to blow up the zombie head that's on top of the church, you can trigger that after round 10 to let all the zombies fall from the sky and get the blue ether tool to obviously help you get your rarity up without having to spend any salvage. But you can also make use of the free power-ups that are dotted around the map, like the double points, extra credits, and of course insta-kill, which is behind the church, to again just help with point building, allowing you to get more pack-a-punch levels, and of course help whenever you get an abomination spawning in, which will happen on both round 15 and I believe round 19 too. And again, without sounding too much like a broken record, by round 15, when the first abomination spawns in, you should have really at least a blue rarity for your gun, and possibly Pack-a-Punch 2 at this point, because you wouldn't have been spending your points on anything else other than opening the doors. And a blue rarity gun of any kind at Pack-a-Punch level 2 should be more than enough to take down those abominations, as well as the manglers that spawn in. But if you are genuinely having a lot of trouble, you can also use some score streaks. So basically just make sure that you open up one side of the map just to have access to Pack-a-Punch, and leave the other half of the map closed off just to save your points, so that you can maximize the damage output by Pack-a-Punching your weapon as much as possible, and of course upgrading the rarity. And even if you're doing this solo, you should be able to fly through the last couple of rounds, and when you hit round 20, you will then have this nice little pop-up on screen saying that you've got this challenge done, and you can add yet another Dark Ops challenge to your collection. And I know some of you are probably going to be asking, can you use the box? I actually don't know, because we didn't do that in our specific game, but where Black Ops is kind of a bit of a buggy mess, I would suggest maybe don't use them. And if anybody's in the comments that can confirm whether or not you can use these, then please do let me know in the comments, and I'll try and pin it so we can let other people know. But again, if you're really struggling, you can also utilize the traps. I know that 100% works. Just make sure you do not apply an ammo mod to your weapon, because I know a lot of people have been doing that by mistake or accidentally pressing their frenzy guard. So if you do happen to do that, you will need to restart your game, and just avoid doing that to hopefully get this done. But yeah, I think I've yapped enough about this particular Dark Ops challenge. That should be everything that you need to know to go and get this done. Hopefully this helps you out, and if it has done, make sure you leave a like rating down below, as that'd be greatly appreciated. And whilst you're down, if you want to stay up to date with the rest of the Call of Duty content I'll be releasing on this channel, make sure that you're subscribed. And other than that, I hope you have a fantastic day, and I guess I'll catch you in the next video of whatever it is that we make. Bye bye.